How's it going, everybody? Today we are attempting to shoot a perfect round using my $200 used bag. If you did not watch last week's video, make sure to go back and check it out, where I selected out of a used section for $200 these discs to kind of make a complete bag. And because that video smashed our like goal of 1,000 likes, I think it may have gotten 3,000 at this point, we're playing with this bag at Lynchburg College doing my Chasing Perfect series. Thank you so much for the support on that video. That was incredible. I'm so pumped that everybody loves just looking at discs as much as I do, and feeling plastic and seeing what's out there. More videos to come kind of on that side of things in the future, because it seems like everybody really liked that. So really pumped about that. Thank you so much for the support. Today we're going to try and use this bag to shoot 900 at Lynchburg College. I'm out here in the field first because I do want to take this seriously and I want to see how everything flies before starting. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to briefly throw everything. This way it'll also kind of re-jog your memory on what I selected and what discs I have in the bag. So we're just gonna do it real quick, just so I have an idea. First disc I have, this is gonna be my putting putter, but I'll throw it. This is D-Line P1. I threw that into the moon for some reason, but it's the highest throw of all time. I mean, that doesn't really surprise me, and also I'm just putting with it, so it doesn't really matter. All right, next we have this Missy Gannon Tour Series Chally SS. Okay, wow, on hyzer it does hold a lot of hyzer. I think that disc will fly kind of neutral. This one should not fly neutral. This is this ancient, potentially San Marino like 2 rings AVR. Still haven't quite figured out what this is, but I think it's just a really old AVR, so this should flip. Oh, that is a beautiful disc. Holy cow. It's not even like overly flippy. Next we have this Justice. I think this is in like fusion plastic. Oh yeah, not unusably overstable, but that's still a Justice. We got the Suspect, Chameleon Suspect. Curious to see how overstable this is. It shouldn't be quite as overstable as that Justice. Oh yeah, that's a nice compliment. Comes out of the Anheuser, still nice and overstable, but not nearly as much as the Justice. I like that. This is a MD3. This is an Iron Samurai. This should be pretty straight. Yeah, holds a little bit of turn, fights out of it at the end. Yeah, most of this bag shouldn't be super confusing, but there will be some discs like this one, Big Z Archer. This could be our wild card. We'll see what this does. Oh yeah, look at that late turn. I threw that piece off with a lot of hyzer and it still got a hyzer flip to turn, so that thing is it's definitely flippy, but I like it. All right, people were drooling over this disc. This is a first run Z Meteor. This should be sick. Oh, look at that thing go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that disc is insane. Hama's Jawbreaker Zone. I mean, this is nothing. Z Flex Jawbreaker Zone, I should say. Nothing I wouldn't expect. I know how that disc flies. Although, wow, that is really straight. That is actually kind of surprising. I didn't realize it was gonna be that straight. Let's go fairways. Got our Zombie. Should be a nice hyzer flip disc. That's an absolute bullet. Such an underrated disc. Look at that thing. Still got some good stability too. Fender SS should be pretty straightforward. Flip. Oh yeah, plenty flippy on that. I threw that nose up and it still flipped and turned. That's good, that's good. All right, this is our UV Raptor, which I must say is kind of UV, like purple, but not a ton. Oh yeah, nice and straight. A little overstability at the end. Perfect Raptor. Got a good bag here, pretty balanced. Cap wrap, this is another one that is not anything new to me. Yep, plenty overstable. Nothing shocking there. ESP Swirl Haley King Vulture. A little bit of flip. Nice fade though. Still has its stability. It's a good disc. Protostar Groove. Oh man, it's amazing. Nice little flip up. Little fade at the end. Hurricane, this is brand new. This should fly pretty straight. Well, on hyzer, yeah, a little bit of flip up, but it's a nice little compliment. I actually like this bag better than my current bag. Cloudbreaker. Well, that's too low. I derped it a little bit. Pretty familiar with the cloud breaker though. That seemed like a pretty normal cloud breaker. If I throw that higher, it'll do a big old flex. Might try that on hole 4. DDX. Curious to see how stable this is. Oh, it's not stable. It's flippy. Oh. I don't know why. I just hear the letter X and think, oh, stable. Okay, that was similar to the groove probably in under stability. And then finally we have the trike. Oh, it is. Yeah, hyzer flip, way turned over. That's good though. I think some people were worried that wasn't gonna be flippy enough. It's plenty flippy. Okay, there's the bag. Little crash course. I like what we've got. All right, starting off on hole 1 here. I kind of like the Justice because it's a bit more overstable than what I usually do on this hole, but it should be plenty dependable and a little bit faster than when I usually throw, so maybe it'll help me push back. So I'm just gonna try and put it into that back wall and then let the Justice do what the Justice does. Oh my gosh, look at that stability. Sit down. Ooh. Okay, it was significantly faster and I did throw it pretty hard, so it got to that back wall quicker than I wanted. Luckily it got shot down, but I think that's a long putt, so might not be a birdie to start our day here. Well, we've had worse looks than this. It's kind of similar to what we usually get, honestly. The P1 is my putter for today, which I feel like it has a similar idea to the Candy that I'm used to putting with. And this one's also 173, so it's a little heavier than I'm used to at the moment. But yeah, I mean, at least it's beadless. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, is it's beadless, because it's not that similar, but it is beadless. This is a tough putt, but we won't restart the run I don't think, if we par here. I think I'll keep it going, but definitely gonna make it more difficult if we can't get this. Ooh, dang, not the worst. Okay, well, that's about that went to about 25 feet back up the hill, so see if we can make that. You know, at this point maybe I ought to start on like hole 7 and just that way by the time I get to hole 1 I'll be actually warmed up, because it's really really tough for these first few holes for me to like be in a rhythm and get going. All right, well, if I don't make this, we're starting over on the next hole, so let's see what we can do here. All right, there we go. Good par putt. All right, not great to have a par on 1, but I think a lot of you in the comments like agree that I shouldn't be super anxious to restart unless it's like mathematically a problem, because just because I parred 1 doesn't mean I'm not going to go off on the next 8 holes in a row. But it doesn't feel great. It sure doesn't feel great. Now, that being said, if I par hole 2 and hole 1, then we need to restart. Quick shout out. We have Worlds in town right now, as many of you may know. At the time you are watching this video, it is the week leading up to Worlds. Starts on Wednesday. And all the courses are in incredible shape. The Parks and Rec departments around here have been trying super hard to make sure they know all these disc golfers are going to be in town, and they're making sure all the courses are in tip-top shape. Well, so far I've noticed even this course, which isn't controlled by the Parks department, this is the university, hey, they trimmed this branch that was in my face, not this one, but a different one, on this hole, and it looks like they've just done some general maintenance, so that's really nice to see. It's cool to see the community getting behind the disc golf courses and really freshening them up. I'm going with the putter backhand here, going with the Chally SS, should be able to turn in a little bit. That looks good. Yeah, that's parked. That disc has tremendous glide. I can see why a lot of pros like it. That should be an easy birdie. Back on track with a nice birdie. These are the kind of putts I like. I should also mention, if obviously these discs I selected from the used section at Foundation. Well, after this video, they're all going straight back into that used section. So at the time you're watching this, if you are seeing this Monday when this video comes out, if you come in first thing Tuesday, you should have your pick of the lot, because yeah, all these discs are going back in the used section, so make sure to check it out if you like any of the discs you see me throw. Okay, so we're on hole 3 now, my nemesis hole here, but got a new strategy to try today, because when I was warming up throwing discs earlier, seeing what they flew like, I noticed something, which is over there way on the left side, left of the tunnel, and if you're looking like towards where the basket is, it feels like it's kind of like loosey-goosey, not super thick over there. Like the wall to get into the woods isn't that bad. So I'm half wondering if I just heave a forehand out there and then rip an overhand towards the basket, if I'm going to have a lot easier time just trying to plop it in there guaranteeing a par, but should in theory give me a better chance at birdie. We're gonna give it a try. I'm gonna forehand the strike. We're gonna try and get in position. I don't really know how far I need to get. That's the interesting question. Oh, I flipped it over a little bit. Okay, that's pretty far, but it stayed out left enough. That should be like a pretty good spot. So let's see what we got from over there. So I'm not sure how well this comes across on camera, but this area of woods up here is really thin. There's one tree in the middle, but like if I miss that, I'm almost guaranteed to get inside of like 40 feet. And I mean, this throw is just so less stressful than anything I have to do from the mouth of the woods or trying to throw into the woods. Like in theory, as long as I miss the one tree, I'm never getting into this mess on the side of the hill. This could go poorly, but I'm gonna take my UV Raptor, I'm gonna rip it up there, try and go left of that tree and have it coast in. I'm not a great overhand player, but this should be pretty doable. Perfect. That's so perfect. Oh, I caught a tree branch. Dang. I guess I need a little more height because I had it on the exact flight I wanted. It was cutting in just beyond that tree, but it did catch some other overhanging branch. And you know, maybe like it looks thin, maybe it is still too thick over here. Like this is too risky of a play, but I just feel like it just stresses me out less because the tee shot is so easy. And then the second shot is just throw it up there. But I guess the one downside is maybe it's more of a guarantee a par play, not a make birdie play, which that could come in handy. Maybe this will be my last hole at some point and I only need a par, so we'll see. Okay, so I found my disc. It's sitting there. The basket is up there probably about 50 feet. I'm gonna have to set up my camera by the basket, so I'm just giving you some context here where I am. I think I would definitely classify this play as a, it's like a guaranteed par, maybe birdie play. Because that throw was like, that overhand was decently executed, but didn't get the best break. And it's a very easy par with a chance at birdie. So it's not a bad play. It might be situational. Prepare to see a Frisbee flying into the basket with rapid speed. Oh boy, watch out camera. So unfortunately that is our second par. I think it's safe to say we need to restart our round on hole 4. But what this does mean is our next run could potentially finish on this hole. And if we're lucky enough to get to a point where we only need a par, that's what I'm doing for sure. Forgot to film this earlier, so I'm cutting it in really quick. But for those of you who want to pick up the bag that I use, this is an Atlas bag made by a company that I co-own. We now have them back in stock. They've been out of stock for quite some time. We are waiting on them to be shipped to us. We have them in 3 colors, including one new colorway that's really sick. I have it linked in my bio, or in the description of this video, I should say. So make sure to check them out, atlasdgs.com, and you can pick up one of these bad boys and some of the other cool stuff we have on the site. Make sure to check that out. Starting our next attempt on hole 4. I think the last couple times we've done this, I've tried to start an attempt here and then ended up restarting it on the very next hole because I bogey. What's funny about this hole is it seems like when I have to play it for broke and I'm just ripping a drive as far as I can to try and eagle it, I play it really well. But when I'm trying to play it for birdie, like it should be played, I stink. So I'm halfway tempted to just try and go for the distance shot. But I need to learn how to play this hole consistently because it's a key. This is a key par 4 to be birdieing every time, and I haven't been getting it. So I'm gonna try and go vulture off the tee. It should have a little flip to it. I'm just trying to throw a low controlled shot. Oh my gosh, man. I am so broken on this hole. I'm so broken. I don't know what it is. I cannot get off the left side. It is boggling me. This is one of those situations where if I wasn't filming a video right now, there's every chance I could throw like 8 drives in this hole and just lose like half of them just out of frustration because I don't know what it is where I cannot commit. Like there's so much more room on the right side of this hole and I cannot commit to anything. And now once again, best case scenario, I'm going to start out this run with a par. That's just a bummer way to start out a run. It's like almost like I wish I'd rather make bogey, but I'm going to try my hardest. Turns out I was in a much worse spot in the woods than I thought. All I had was a pitch out. I didn't feel like setting up the camera just to pitch it out at the camera. So I pitched it out. Yeah, now we have to get up and down for par. My motivation levels for that are at an all-time low, but I'm going to try. Maybe we'll throw in. I'm going to throw the secret mystery AVR of old and try and just throw an absolute dot. This is like my least favorite upshot. This hole just has something something that bugs me on every single scenario. That's way short. Oh man. Well, maybe we'll get a practice attempt at like maybe a future putt for the win, because that is not good. Okay, 35 footer for par to keep the run alive. I don't know what it is, but literally I think it's the third episode in a row where I seem to have this pattern. First 3 holes kind of cancel out. I then make bogey on 4 and I start at 5 and then just go off. So that might just be what happens again today, but it's insane. It happens every time, and it only keeps happening because I keep making bogey on this easy reachable par 4. Holy cow, it's so bad. All right, we're jumping this. Oh, I almost got it. Dang, that's a decent putt. Not like, I mean, I think that's 3 bogeys in a row in this hole, at least the first time through playing it. It's so bad. Because like, I mean, 5 isn't that easy, but it's where we got to start our run now. This is bad. Well, here we are, the fateful hole 5. Not an easy hole. Like I said, it's just been the one where I've been starting these runs lately, but it's really not the best, not the easiest birdie. We're gonna go zombie. Love this disc. Try to punch it through. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. Hey, anywhere the run starts is fine with me, but you know, we've had 2 episodes in a row here where I've gotten really close. Maybe this will just be the episode of failure, but I hope not. I'd like to at least get something going. Oh, it's high. Decent line though. Get through. Keep getting through. Fight, 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 fight. It fought through to maybe a jump putt, but this hole is so difficult. Like, you really have to throw it really, really low and then get it to slide up. I wish they would clear out some of the overhanging branches, because it used to be like that and you used to be able to kind of see the basket. And I think this hole's lost a little bit of its charm. As you can see right now, if you're looking, if you're looking towards the basket, see how there's just kind of branches in the way. You can see the hillside in front of the basket, but not actually the pin. There used to be just a little bit more foliage cleared to where you could actually see just the bottom of the basket, and I think it was a little bit better. This shot was even worse than I thought. Another jump putt here. Stay up. Oh, it was such a good line. Seems like today the course just wants me to dig myself out of a hole here, because I can't seem to start any of these runs with birdies. In fact, you know, I just can't seem to really make birdies at all. Like, so far we birdied hole 2 and we have yet to find another one. So this is not been ideal. All right, we're at par, what I like to call easy par 4 alley. But with a little more urgency than we've had the last few episodes, because we're gonna need an eagle at some point on this run. So we're gonna go Cloudbreaker. I feel like this is the disc that's, you know, it's got the name Eagle right on it. So what could be better? Just try and throw a little flex. We've had some good history with these 2 holes lately. Let's see if we can keep it up. Oh no. Turn, 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 turn. Just get through. Oh, it did get through. Okay, well, at least I'm not gonna have to spend another 5 minutes looking for a disc like the last 2 holes, but maybe a jumper, probably just an easy birdie, and we're gonna have to eagle the next hole. Okay, this Cloudbreaker must have more steam on it than I thought, because we actually got to the wall of trees. We're actually pinched, which is not good for its own reasons, but we'll try and set up the Annie throw in here. Oh, that's so bad. I just like, it just fell out of my hand. I mean, I didn't even like finish that throw. It just popped out of my hand. That's what I wanted. All right, and I'm just, man, this is just a sloppy round. We need to lock in. I mean, I have to make that birdie putt now. Goodness gracious. Talk about a demanding straddle putt here. I mean, what are we thinking? Throw it into that foliage. This is a very unique trick shot putt here. Just gotta get the height on it quick. Get it right. There we go. Oh, that's dirty. Dude, holy cow, today is just not my day. This is the worst we've done so far, I think. Like, I haven't been able to go more than 3 holes, and we're 6 holes in. This is yikes. I mean, there was just a random soccer ball just sitting here, perched up real nice in front of the net. So I have to do this. Comment down below if you're saving this penalty. Unless your name is Tim Howard, the answer is no. Got to take 1 free kick just for good measure. Woo! Thank you for enduring soccer break. I think I needed that to clear the mind of all the crappy throws I've thrown so far today. We're starting our next run, hopefully our final run of the day. Hopefully our final run of the series. We're locking in right now. It's time to lock in. Starting on the par. Oh, I'm winded. Par 4, easy one. I think I'm gonna go with that Z Meteor. I think focus was at like a 7.5. We're gonna tune it up to a 9.5. That other 0.5 is just unachievable, but we're gonna really focus in. Z Meteor, big turnover. Hard, right at that gap. Didn't throw it hard enough. It's fine though, it's fine. That's all right, can't eagle them all. I set a standard for myself in this hole I'm not used to, but that should be an easy birdie. Totally acceptable drive here. We have a jump putt. We're just gonna try and make it. Get there, get there, get there, get there. Ooh. This putter's a little bit heavier than I'm used to, and I'm not making like, I mean, ultimately I'm not a great putter, but it is I'm definitely feeling a little extra weight on those putts. You know, on the bright side, it is at least a birdie to start a run. So I just need to, like, if I can birdie the next hole, I should be able to get a good rhythm, because 9, 1, 2 are pretty easy holes. So let's birdie 8 and keep moving. 8 hasn't been the best hole for us in the series. We're gonna change that today. We're going with the strike. We're gonna throw it high enough, and we're gonna give it enough hyzer, and we're gonna throw it hard on the forehand and give ourselves a putt. Oh my gosh, that is so bad. That might hit a house. Basically, none of the things I wanted to happen just happened. I have to title this video Epic Fail. Fade. Just not gonna cut it, not gonna cut it. Just can't get anything going. You know, I'm starting to think I should have just not thrown all the discs to see what they did, so at least I have that built-in excuse, because, yeah, it wouldn't matter what frisbees I'm using today. We're just playing bad. We're just playing bad. Gonna keep this run going, 1 under through 2. Maybe we can build. We have yet to string together 2 birdies. We're on our 9th hole on this very easy course, so that would be a nice place to start. We're gonna go cap wrap. That looks good. Little skip, little skip, little skip. Okay, I think that's like 15, 20 feet. That's not bad. Not bad. All right, finally a nice easy birdie putt. Go 2 under through 3, at least have some kind of a run started here. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Finally have stringed together 2 birdies. Starting to get fatigued, but it's all right. We're going to keep pushing on this run at least. All right, back on hole 1. Don't worry, that lady down there knows I'm playing through. I'm not just taking aim. I got a little bit of a gallery though, a little bit of pressure. That is so early left, I can't even be bothered. Oh my gosh, this is a disaster. Oh, that would have been nice. Well, I'm starting to believe this just might not be my evening. Might be time to call it quits soon. I'm going to give it one more try, one more run, because I just have not been able to find anything. But maybe this last run will find the magic. Kind of hungry. That might be it. Can't come to the course hungry. Chowie SS on hole 2 like last time. I'm going to try and park it. Ooh, that's good. Now sit. Ooh, that disc goes far really sneakily. Okay. I think that's like pin high, 25 feet. Bang. I will say I am liking this this P1, especially this plastic. I mean, I used to putt. I've putt with Discmania and Trilogy, because I guess that's technically who's making this stuff these days. But I've got this the perfect amount of tack in my hand right now, where this plastic feels great. Back to hole 3. I am going to try the same technique as last time, same strategy, because I'm not quite willing to admit it's not a good look for birdie quite yet. I thought I would be ready to admit it. I'm not. I need to see it through. We're going to throw a hurricane this time, so don't flip it over. On the contrary, we let it go early. I just suck today. Look out there for me and just observe. That is everywhere I could have landed. All out there, that would have been okay. And instead I landed right there in front of the trees. We basically ended up with an overhand anyways, because we now have to throw this big old knifing flex forehand thing that has to get really lucky. So, without further ado. Missed that tree. Oh, missed 2 trees. Missed 3? You know, that might putt. That might putt. All right, this putts a little bit, but it's a tricky straddle putt here. Get in there. Ooh, how about that? Okay, there's some life in the round now. We got a little life. All right, this group in front of me is kindly letting me play through. I'm gonna go really safe. Meteor. We're gonna flip the script on this hole. There it is. Look at that. A totally average, just fine in-play tee shot. Getting this Chali SS to the basket if it's the last thing we do. Oh, let's go. Oh, it's so stable. Oh, hit a house, hit a house, hit a house. Oh, it did hit a house. I did not have that Challenger SS being that stable on hyzer on my bingo card for this round. That was, I thought I hit that perfect. I thought I was going to flip up the flat. That thing just dove, which is crazy because on Anheuser, it's very understable. That is a curious disc. This isn't too bad. We hit some kind foliage. Get in there, please. I mean, you know it's getting desperate when I'm just like begging for the putt to go in midair. Oh, I really wanted that. It's not over, but I mean, this hole is just not hard, and I am making it look like 12 at Northwood Black. Like, holy cow. It's 570-foot par 4. That was disappointing, but we're obviously not out of the fight yet. Hole 5. I'm going to go DDX. I'm going to really disc up here because I just don't think you can go long in the basket. Oh, I love it. Get through. Get through. I think it actually landed very close to where I was last time. All right, we're in a marginally better spot than last time, but still a tough putt. Well, that's the first time that has happened, but my phone just ran out of storage. You didn't miss anything with that putt though, because I did in fact miss it. I'm filming with the front camera right now so that if it runs out again, I can see it, not miss anything again. But since we're out of storage and it just hasn't quite been our day, I think we're gonna end the video here. Thanks again for supporting the series. Remember, all these discs are going back into the used section. Next time we do an attempt, we'll be back using our normal bag. Thanks again for watching this video. The continued support is always appreciated. I really, really appreciate this audience. And hopefully next attempt will be a little better. Because today was rough. I think we can all agree. I'll see you next Monday.